Hey guys, what's going on? Tool Cruise here, and today we're going to be introducing my beautiful bike room. So for those of you guys who are new to the channel, my name's Cruz. I live and work here in Japan, and I make videos about cycling and life in Japan on this channel. So if you're interested in either of those things, consider subscribing. And so yeah, today we're going to be introducing my bike room. We live in a 2LDK. We just made an apartment tour video, so if you're interested in seeing the full apartment tour, you can go check that out. Today's video, we're just going to be introducing the bike room. We're going to be going into full detail about most of the objects in this room and the layout and how I do things. By the way, today's video is our first video shot on our new camera. We just bought a Sony a6400 camera. Let me know what you guys think about the image quality down below. Is it an upgrade from our last camera? I hope so. And I want to give a big thanks and a big shout out to everyone over on Patreon who's helped support funding getting these new items so that we can upgrade the channel. Anyway, let's begin with the tour. So this is the entrance to our apartment. You walk in, and right on your left we've got a bike room. So let's head in and check it out. Here on the left is a new addition. This is my new work desk. So this is kind of a L shape. So it fits right in the corner really nicely over there. And you can see I've got my new main computer on here. So up until the end of last year, I was using an ancient computer that just was super slow. I wasn't able to edit any videos, and I finally got this nice guy so I can edit 4K video. Plugged up to an external monitor. We've got our channel page up right there, and I've also got an external keyboard that I like using. This is pretty much where I do all of my edits for the channel. Another upgrade for the channel is this new light that we got here. So this is a newer ring light. We just bought this with the new camera. Moving along, this is one of the mics that I use for recording. We've got some tripods here. And this is my old original camera. So this is the Canon G7x Mark II, and it is completely destroyed from all the cycling vlogs. I can't even flip the screen anymore. It's held together with tape so that it doesn't make any noise. The flip screen is broken, but it can still shoot some video, but it doesn't shoot in 4K, but it is really small and easy to bring along on the cycling trip. So I think we'll try and still get some use out of it. These are my headphones that I use for editing. And this is my new work chair. I love this thing. So this was also pretty expensive, but when you're sitting down editing videos for a long time, I really like the extra support. So I'm not really a gamer, but I really like this gamer chair. Underneath here, we've got some extra storage. So I'm actually running out of places to store my wheels. I don't know a good place to store them right now. For now, I stick them under here and in random places. We've got some shelving here, some tools, and mostly in here, we're just storing kind of like camera stuff. So here's some batteries and things like that. Oh yeah, we got our Tool Cruise stickers. If you guys are interested in getting a Tool Cruise sticker, leave a comment and I'll let you guys know how you can get those. I'm gonna try and work on sending more of these out. Next, onto this new shelf. So this is a great new addition. I just got this a few weeks ago, and before this, I was really struggling with places to put all my stuff. I kind of just put it in cardboard boxes and stacked them on top of each other. But now we've got this nice new addition with actual proper drawers that we can slide out so I can store some of my parts in here and be a little bit more organized. So before I had this, it was just a mess. And I'm really happy to have this thing now so I can be a bit more organized with my tools and cycling parts that I'll be using. And here we've got, some of you guys who watch the channel, you know I'm a bit of a nerd, so we've got our Dragon Ball, and we've got Imaizumi-kun from Yowamushi Pedal. Moving along over here, this is just a quick, easy rack that I use when I'm popping up a bike in the center, moving things around, maybe working on something. And this is also a nice new shelf that we got so I can store some of our boxes on here. Some other things I bought recently, this power drill. This one's a corded one. And again, I've got some cardboard boxes here still with some random bike parts put inside. And this is my old ancient laptop here, the Lenovo IdeaPad with some awesome stickers on it. If you know what this sticker over here means, then you are an awesome person. And some of our decorations, we've got a nice Zwift Watopia poster here, a Zwift poster here as well, a La Tour de France LA scarf hanging up on the top wall. And for the bikes, we got hanging up in here. These kind of change every once in a while. On the left over here, I've got my undefeated single speed kind of track bike, fixie bike. I haven't been riding this very much lately, but when I go to the track, I do use this bike. But I think I'm gonna try and sell this bike soon. I don't really ride it, and I am buying a new track bike from BMC, so I'll share that on the channel once it comes in. This is my wife's bike, Chuan-chan's bike, the giant, I think this is an old school TCR or OCR, I'm not sure which one. And we've used this on a lot of our cycling vlogs on the channel, but we're also gonna be upgrading and getting her a new bike this year as well. It's an expensive year. And this is my Specialized LA aluminum road bike. So I've had this ever since I moved here to Japan a couple years ago, and it's just been performing solid over the last few years. Love aluminum frames, they just last forever and do really well. These are all hung up with these kind of cheap black hooks over here, so if you're interested in those, I can leave the link down below. And one of the changes I did on here, I had these spaced out a little bit too far at first, but now these three on the left are pushing a little bit closer together, so if I go over here, you can see kind of the spacing before. Some people ask for the measurements, but it really depends on what kind of bikes you're putting in here, and you can elevate one over the other one. That wasn't really an option in here because this wall over here kind of gets shorter at the end. It's kind of the one weird thing about Japanese apartments is the top wall gets cut off randomly. And I think that's just for like certain furniture so that it can prop up against there, and you can use some wedges to stick it in there so they don't fall over during earthquakes. And you can see the same thing happens over here. So it's not a perfect square room. That was one of the things that was really difficult in building this rack, is I really had to make it fit specifically to the dimensions of this room. And one thing I want to improve still on this rack right now is this hook location right here. So unfortunately, I'm using this pole as a support for this weird structure here. I was planning to build some extra shelves up here and haven't gotten around to that yet. So I am thinking to get an extra pillar and place it kind of more in the middle here so I can move that rack over there and fit the 4 bikes comfortably here, and then the 1 extra bike here. I'm considering getting a leaning rack and putting that here so then I can place 2 bikes here, because we actually have like 2 or 3 other bikes that are kind of outside right now, and ideally we want to get those in. And my last bike in this room, I should mention, this is my Scott Scale. I'm a big fan of Scott mountain bikes. I've had this thing for a long time, and even before I came to Japan, I was riding a Scott mountain bike, and I wasn't even sponsored by them. It was just one of the nicest hardtail mountain bikes that I rode, and I really liked the geometry. I actually rode this guy today, took a nice KOM, so nice fun day out on the trail, and that's probably why I'm really sweaty in this video. Some more wheels right here, so yeah, unfortunately no great place to have the wheels right now, but maybe I can build something above here if I don't do the double rack system. And over here we just got some items hanging up that I'm not really using at the moment, some extra gator skins. So these are one of my favorite tires. I love these things, they never get flats. And these are an indoor trainer tire that I didn't use because I ended up buying a spin bike. So I got some stuff in here that I don't really need right now, I'm not really using, but it's okay, it is what it is. Another one of those things is this chain cleaner I bought with good intention to clean my chains, and haven't used that yet. So some other interesting items in here that some people have noticed. The Puerto Rico flag. There's been some people from Puerto Rico saying, oh, you got a Puerto Rico flag. And yeah, one of my good old buddies, my old teammates, is from Puerto Rico. I went there to train in the winter one year and did a training race there. Had a great time. I loved riding around there. All the people there were so enthusiastic and supportive for all the cyclists. I'd love to go back if I have another chance. And we've got our Attack on Titan poster here. Currently watching the new season of that, so love that anime. Again, I'm a big anime nerd, in case you can tell. We've got some more anime decorations here. These are some One Piece characters, and we've got our characters for Kyoto over here. And for the food, Yatsuhashi, and here it says One Piece. Continuing along with the anime nerdness, we've got our Evangelion Unit 1. Another cool country flag I've got here from China, and this is also from the Chinese Cycling Association. So back when I was fast and racing pretty consistently, I went and raced an international mountain bike race in China. That was a really cool experience, but unfortunately before I was really filming any video. So some other things over here, we've got another Watopia poster, and another thing from one of my trips to China, hiking the Great Wall. Kind of a really cheap medal here. It says, yeah, Great Wall. And I think I've got my name and stuff on there from when I actually hiked it. So yeah, good memories. I've also got some race numbers on here from some of the local races here in Japan. And of course we've got our Onara-kun with his full BMC outfit and BMC bike, and some more Yowamushi pedal goodness. Can't wait for the new season to come out. If you guys haven't watched this yet, and even if you're not into anime, highly recommended to check out Yowamushi pedal. And we've got some pictures here, taiyaki. I love taiyaki. Anyone who watches this channel knows I love taiyaki. Another great photo here. This is from our Taiwan trip. If you haven't checked out our Taiwan videos, I strongly recommend to go check out our Cycling Taiwan playlist. Great trip and lots of amazing cycling over in Taiwan, my favorite country to do cycling. And here's another picture when we were cycling in the Taroko Gorge. Absolutely beautiful area, one of my favorite days on the entire trip. Some of the last few items over here, we've got the Zen Garden from the Ryo-Anji Temple. This is also in Kyoto. A lot of these I had kind of left over from when I was a study abroad student here in Japan, and I bought a bunch of nerdy stuff then, and I just kind of kept onto it and always used it as decorations for my room. And some other cool things that I bought, I believe these are called noden. They're just kind of like these posters that you can just hang up and they sort of can blow in the wind, or you can hang them in your house. We've got one here from Mount Fuji, so we did a nice hiking video there a couple years ago with my wife. And ramen, of course, I think that's actually what we're gonna be eating for dinner. So this one says, we have nice cold fresh beer, so probably good for like a restaurant. And this one is also food related. We've got takoyaki, which is kind of like octopus balls, is the best way to explain it. And this says like meibutsu, so like famous food. This is the famous food in Osaka. If you ever go to Osaka, I'm sure you'll see those little octopus ball things all over the place. So that's it for this room. But there's actually one other thing I want to share with you guys, and that's this awesome new little cycling rack that I built out here in our main entrance. So this place was also a really big mess up until just recently when we fixed this, because we have this whole thing full of shoes, this rack full of shoes, and these shoes all over here. So this whole section was just kind of covered with shoes, and it was a mess every time we came in. So we bought this when we first moved in, and it was kind of okay. It held most of the shoes. This is a recent addition, so we can put our mostly commonly used shoes in here. Behind there, we've got another metal rack, so we can actually store more shoes. And this is actually where I store my bike rack, because I don't use that most of the time. So when I need it, I just sort of move this thing out of the way, and then I can pull it out and use it real quick. I've also got my penny board, which I rarely use anymore because I mainly ride my bike, as you guys know. The other great thing here is I've tried to create some more vertical space so we can store more things and make just going out for rides a lot more smooth, a lot more efficient. So I'm actually cycling to work every single day, so it's got to be part of my routine. I want to make it as smooth as possible. I want to come out here, grab my cycling shoes, grab my helmet, grab my glasses, grab my new computer. I just made a new review video for my new Wahoo Element Bolt computer, so go check that out if you're interested. This is my old Garmin Edge that I'm not really using anymore, but Chun-chan's using it sometimes. We've got our keys here, so just grab everything I need to go and I'm ready to go. So we've got some tubes here, some tools, some lights, basically anything that I need for the day. I can quickly grab it, grab my keys, grab my sunglasses, grab my helmet, and be out the door. Yeah, another cool thing is this is a custom BMC product here in Japan, this little lock thing. So it's nice to have a nice little lock to carry when I go on my commute and not carry my giant lock all the time. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for today's tour. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing the bike room in more detail. If you guys have any questions about the bike room, anything in here, leave it down below. And if you guys have any suggestions as well of things that I should change in here, things that I could improve, also leave those down below as well. Once again, I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone over on Patreon who's helping support this channel and helping support these channel upgrades. Please let me know what you guys think of the new camera, the new lighting, the 4K, everything. I'd love to hear you guys' comments. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time here on Tubo Cruise.